get money from their banks to support their business throughout the period that the economy is. So by the time the economy begin to kick back, jobs, the companies who couldn't survive that will die. But maybe after a year or two, new companies will begin to rise again. You see those ones that stood the test of time then, right? They will keep jobs. Then they will begin to hire again. Like that. It will be like they open another book. Many of you have seen that happen in America many times. It has happened in this country, UK, too. You do them not because you cannot ignore your economy to go, what have you, but it is because you can't. People's lives depend on that. If the economy should go bankruptcy, the government will go bankrupt, people will go poor. Things will go like, just like that. It will be like, say, you burn paper. But instead of them to package money and give to these industries in Nigeria, manufacturing sectors, all of these micros, give these monies to banks and say this money is the federal government money. 10 trillion naira. We've mopped up 10 trillion naira. This 10 trillion naira is going to go into Nigeria economy. We are going to give money to those who wants to help us improve electricity. We are going to break all the contracts down for everybody. If you are good in generating electricity and distributing them, come in. We'll give you money to start. It's your money, because by the time the economy begin to peak again, your 10 trillion, you feel make them. Nigeria, for people who get sense, that 10 trillion you put in your economy that goes into all these places, keep jobs, and people are still living normally, in maybe another 5 years, that 10 trillion, you can be making it every month from taxes and everything you are gaining from everywhere. When everywhere is booming, people are working, making money, and all of that. They won't even care who is in charge of government. They won't even care how much you are stealing. Well, they will care because it's going to affect them eventually. But I mean, they won't care how much of money you are spending on yourself that much. And if they talk about them, it won't be of like they want their country to burn. They want to break everything. These are the things that normally, talking about actions, but they didn't do that. You saw them. They didn't do that. These guys have taken over 7 trillion naira. You did not see that in Nigeria. You did not see that in anywhere. Why? Because they've used the money to buy cars. They've used the money they've used the money, shared the money on ridiculous projects that have nothing to add to you. But Mayegun that is telling you that you will go through hell in the hand of these guys. Now Mayegun no wish you well. But their actions and what they are doing, that one is wishing you well. Because your prayers can now make all the wastage to turn to profit for you. Remember, you still have debt to pay. Here you get. America will look at their economy, manufacturing sector, car manufacturing sector, clinical sector, this one sector, 10 billion, 5 billion, $20 billion, $45 billion, $18 billion, $30 billion. They're going to put their billion dollars in those sectors. And within a year, you begin to read it in their media. How many jobs are now coming back? What is the inflation now? As the jobs are coming back, inflation will be going down. And before you know it, everybody will begin to live normally. Even if inflation is not back to where it started from. In 2015, from 2015 to 2023, inflation in Nigeria jumped to over 700%. 700%. Petroleum per liter in Nigeria from 97 naira to over 615. 600 and what now? 620 naira, Abi. That is what you call inflation too. That is not 20% inflation. That is not 30% inflation. How many 97 naira are you going to see in 630 naira? How many 97 naira? At least, okereju, you will still see like a 697 naira. 6. So the money you will use to buy 1 liter in 2015 is what you are going to use. The money you are going to use to buy 1 liter in 2023 is what you are going to spend to buy 6 liters. That is not inflation of 20%. Look at this. Titus, sardine, Titus. Apart from the fact that they said they have reduced the number of fish inside that thing, this used to be about 70 naira in Nigeria 8-9 years ago. 70 naira. In 2015, it was about 90 naira. In 2015, today it's about 900 naira. She 10% inflation here. When these economic criminals are telling you and giving you, speaking all these grammars. In the UK, we suffered COVID. We suffered economic downturn. Things got so bad in the UK that government started giving people money. And they called it cost of living crisis. Cost of living allowance. They don't give me, because they say me, I don't qualify. And the type of visa they gave me, the type of residency I have in the UK, is that fine, you can stay here as long as you want, as much as you want. You can become whatever you want to become. But listen, you are going to pay for everything. And if anything should happen to you, that you can no longer feed yourself, you can no longer pay your rent or anything anymore, when we are sorry for you, we will not be able to help you. That's my own condition in this place. But guess what? I'm fine. I'm all right. I'm okay. But the inflation also affected this country. And if you want to understand when they say 7% inflation, 8% inflation, 5% inflation, you can easily tell it on your everyday life, year in, year out. May I give you an example? You see this, my aftershave 212. When I first got to this country in 2012, a bottle of this 212 was somewhere, that is like 100 ml, right? Was, if I can remember very well, was around 55 to 60, between 55 pounds and 60 pounds. You get discount and all of that, okay? Today, with the inflation of, what do you call it in the UK now? 6% or something, I'll be 7%. The bottle of this 212 in 2023, 11 years after, is about 65 pounds. So when you look at between 2012 and 2023, and you see the increase, is an increase of less than 10 pounds. Less than 10 pounds increase. That is inflation. Not just that. What else can I use that is like an everyday thing? Okay. A bag of rice. Let's use that. We have different kind of rice here, okay? We have 5 kg rice, we have 10 kg rice, or the rice that I usually get, okay? 10 kg. Now, you see, 12 years ago, I could buy a type of normal rice of 10 kg for 7.99. 10 kg bag of rice, 7.99. A 10 kg basmati rice then as well was like about maybe 9.99, 10 pounds. Now, 12 years after that, a bag of that basmati rice today is between, and that 10 kg is now somewhere around maybe 15 pounds or less. Here you get. Then you see that ordinary one, that ordinary 7.99, 10 kg is somewhere around 10.99 today. In 12 years, the price of that bag of rice increased by maybe 4 pounds and 7 pounds. That is to weigh inflation. In Nigeria, let's go back to this. You see this thing, a tin of Titus here was 75p, 65 pence, 75 pence about 12 years ago. Today, you see this can today is just about £1 20 pence. If you buy it from the African shop, maybe you pay £1 99 for this can. That is in the UK. In Nigeria, from 90 naira, that thing, despite the reduction in the quality and the quantity inside it, it has jumped times 10. You see, when something goes from, let's say, 10 naira to 15 naira, that is 50% inflation. When something goes from 10 naira to 20 naira, that is complete 100% inflation. It simply means the money you are going to spend to buy one, you used to use that to buy two. You get that now? Now, when the price of something goes from 100 naira, from 10 naira to 100 naira, that is not 10% inflation, no. That is 1,000% inflation. That is what Nigerians are dealing with today. Even though officially they said, Nigeria is currently at a 27.3% inflation. That is not true. It's not true. A bag of rice in 2015, 8 years ago, was 7,500 naira. Yes, 7,500 naira. And a bag of rice of 50 kg rice in Nigeria today is over 50,000 naira. Can you still say that is a 27% inflation? Now, I could go on and on and on and on and on and on like that, but I'll save myself the rest. You are dealing with a Kolu, and if you think you understand the propaganda, under Kolu, propaganda le mamaje. Okay? They signed a deal, and they said they signed a 500 million euro deal. Another lie. Not that they didn't sign any what do you call it? They call it crude oil exchange deal. But here is the truth. It is called MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, not between Nigeria and Germany. Now see if I still have the name, so that I can actually put it in the video too, and you understand this pretty much better. Okay. Now here, it is called the LNG agreement, and it is between a Niger Delta company, LNG company, and a German energy company, which is that by 2026, they will be dealing with this company in Nigeria to to be taking a gas from them and selling them in Germany and even in Nigeria. Something to say, oh, we will come to Nigeria and through you, we can buy gas, okay, that we can also ship to Germany and sell. And we believe that the contract is going to worth 500 million euro in the long run, 2026. But they have presented it to the Akuri Ningalanlai, has already told the Amugus in Nigeria that Tinubu signed 500 million euro contract oil deal. That's not what happened. But it doesn't even matter. Iro le mamaje, propaganda laro, propaganda loson, propaganda lale, propaganda for breakfast, propaganda for lunch, propaganda for dinner. And when you finally eat it so much, that you become so thinner due to the hunger and the rest of it that some of you are living in denial of, maybe then, truly then, either all of you go come gather together, give Tinubu the Guinness World Record, or you're going to give him the Ballon d'Or. You give him the world record of reforming your lives, and then he will come give you the Ballon d'Or, or the Ballon d'Or, Ballon de this, and you know what I mean. Everybody, you better go and get ready. It is not what I wish, because Because I always tell people, I actually wish you what you wish yourself. If you wish yourself on the Bokuwari, you will get the Bokuwari. You wish yourself on you wish Tifnubu on yourself, you will get Tifnubu. It doesn't matter what I wish for you. I wish you what you wish yourself. Don't go anywhere. We are going to Kano soon. Wala Tibereni Kano. I'll tell you why.
You don't cast last. Everybody go chop breakfast.
Everybody go chop breakfast. The last protest that happened in Nigeria, End SARS. End SARS was it's sort of a national and international what do you call it, protest that shook the establishment in Nigeria to their foundation. Bokwari shook on national television, trying to respond to the request of the young people. But that ignited, what actually ignited the End SARS was because of the police brutality. End SARS, End SAC, End this, whatever. And it nearly, almost broke Nigerians free from the shackles of APC, Egbekegbe. But they fought back. They murdered people, slaughtered them. It was a massacre across the country. Then people believe that it will never happen again. They will never let that happen again. But others are very much convinced that, you see, the situation that led to that at the time, and what actually eventually happened at the time as well, that it has sort of radicalized the younger people in Nigeria, that if the status quo continues, it will only take a little thing or whatever to spark it, and this time around, it's going to be worse for them than what they experienced during End SARS. And I said, what would that be then? Sometimes you feel like they don't start from northern Nigeria. The revolution will start from northern Nigeria. That is a brother of mine from southern Nigeria assuring me. Then another thing will happen again, and they'll be like, the northern Nigeria are the ones that are holding us back. Only if they will support revolution. So it's like always like weather, events, happenings, make people feel like, is it time? Are they ready? Is it now? Are we going to do it now? Then it just sort of mellows down, and people wait for another one again. But the one that seems to not be going away anytime soon is the atrocities that the judiciary are committing. It is so scandalous. It is beyond shame. Okay? And you might not even find the right word to describe it for how disgusting and lower the supposed that the last hope of common man has now become the judiciary. For the highest bidder, a lot of people now believe that those who stole people's mandates, those who terrorized the country called election, and every factor before them and the rest, they probably are not to be blamed. If the judiciary actually uphold the law, if they were not looking for technicalities, if they try to save your demonstration of grace, just maybe these criminals will know that there is actually a bus stop to their shenanigans. Or we'll just be dreaming too much. We know what we know. Okay? the establishment is not complete without the judiciary, who has been helping them to use that fraudulent book called the 1999 Constitution for these criminals to escape justice, including electoral justice. They had election like charade, I called it last time, right? And in Kano, in 2019, these guys put themselves together, okay, to kick out a thief, in case if you have forgotten, to kick out this guy, Gandola.
Rarraba su ne in ka haɗa su a cikin gida za ka ga inda suke nan. Da wani buɗe ce bai da ita a hannun lokacin shi power head aka kawo su.
That was Gandola as the governor of Kano State, collecting a bribe. After awarding road contracts, they will come back and pay him some percentage. So he was exposed, but he was never arrested because he had immunity. But his former boss, Kwakwansop, was hell-bent in getting him out of that place. So in 2019, he did all he could to rig, and eventually succeeded, getting the election to become inconclusive. And when they did a rerun in some few places, he was able to scale through. And he came back, broke down the Kano State Emirate. And that was when he deposed, what do you call him? Sanusi as Emir of Kano. Now, fast forward to 2023. They went to Koto, this Abba guy, or Yusuf Abba, at Gawuna. So, I mean, and Gandola, rather. So they went to court, the courts legitimized Gandola's rigging. Now, Gandola is now the godfather. So he decided to choose someone else to succeed him, Gawuna. So the guy on the left is Yusuf Abba. That is the NNPP guy for 2023. The one on the right is, I think, Haruna Gawuna, being called something like Gawuna. That's his name. Now, Gawuna is in APC. Yusuf Abba on the left is in NNPP. Okay. And the election was held. APC was defeated. Initially, APC took the guy to court, the tribunal, and they accused him of rigging, overvoting, and all of that stuff. And also that he was not properly nominated. The time he joined the party, as well as the time the party nominated him, blah, 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 which the Nigeria Supreme Court ruled that it's a pre-election matter. It's none of the court's business how the party nominates their candidates. Like I said, it is Nigeria Judiciary, the same law. So APC wanted him removed for technical reason or technicality. They did not file his name in time or something like that, which is not true. Okay. However, the tribunal could not prove, they said they could not prove overvoting against the guy. But when it comes to that, his political party did not nominate him on Sunday. Instead, they nominated him on Monday instead of nominating him on Sunday. And because of that technical reason, the person who had the original real votes that defeated the APC, Egbekegbe, can no longer be governor. So the guy went for appeal. He appealed. Now, appealing the judgment of the tribunal, the appeal court now gave his own judgment. Now, here is what has now caused confusion that may likely cause a big riot in Kano when the Supreme Court, if the Supreme Court should also use technicality and remove the guy. Shall you understand now? The appeal court ruled in their ruling that APC has no case and that Haba Yusuf has proved his case is appeal and therefore all of his prayers are now granted. But something happened. They didn't know that the judgment said he is still the governor because they haven't seen a copy of it. But the day they choose as the day to deliver the judgment, the judgment delivered was that Yusuf Abba of NNPP is not the governor of Kano State because he was not duly nominated by his party. Just the same ruling from the tribunal. So people reacted. What is this? Gawuna is coming. APC, Gawuna is coming. You saw the video. I shared that with you, yeah? Then the NNPP people were like, no, okay, we need a copy. We need a copy. You must give us a copy of the judgment. Now, when they gave them the copy of the judgment, in one of the pages, having said all of, you are now Abba Kabir Yusuf, and then APC, as well as INEC and Gawuna and the rest of them. Anyway, now you see this place that is underlined. If you read it, this is the judgment from the lead judge, from the lead judge. I will conclude by stating that the live issues in this appeal are hereby resolved in favor of the first respondent and against the appellant. That's the first page, right? The second page, in the circumstances, I resolve all the issues in favor of the appellant and against the first respondent. Now the same really no. So continue. They said the judgment of the tribunal in petition number blah 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 blah. And they said the next paragraph is the sum of 1 million naira is hereby awarded as cost in favor of the applicant and against the first respondent. Now, if you look at this, right, I'll tell you what people said caused this confusion. Corruption, Baba, Sheri, corruption, If corruption don't kill Nigeria, corruption don't finish Nigeria already. But at this point, if you don't kill Nigeria, Nigeria go kill all of us at this point. Because these guys, Omo. Now let me explain what happened to you. The tribunal judge, the head of the tribunal, has been nominated as one of the Supreme Court justices, by the way. So you know, the head of Kano tribunal, appeal court, the one that gave the judgment that is causing confusion now, they have appointed him to appeal court too. To Supreme Court too. She is going to be a Supreme Court judge, but that's not the issue yet, okay? So they said, it was a last-minute impute that all of the prayers of the appellant now is the governor there who appealed tribunal judgment. So they awarded 1 million in his favor for his appeal. And that 1 million is to be paid to him. by the APC governor, INEC and the rest of them. Okay? But at the start of the reading, it was put there that his appeal, that they are not approving his appeal. Let me read that again. I will conclude by stating that the live issues in this appeal are hereby resolved in favor of the first respondent and against the appellant. The live issues like, what do you call that? Issues like rigging, issues like vote buying, issues like, printed result and all of that. They ruled that in the favor of the respondent, which is the APC. So that part has now created problem because that's the part they forwarded to the person they removed as governor. How can you still say you remove me when your ruling says in the circumstances you resolve all the issues in favor of the appellant and against first respondent? So that means I'm still the governor now. The tribunals, God damn it, they are now asking the lawyers to the governor to send back the judgment copy they sent to them. Send it back. We want to make correction. We'll send you the original one later. We'll send you the amended one. So they want to remove that part from it after sending it to them first. That's what they're asking them to do now. Please send it back. It's an error. It's an error. It's an error, okay? And when you look under it, you will see irọ́ ni pẹ̀kun. Chief Wole irọ́ ni pẹ̀kun. Irọ́ Wole irọ́ ni pẹ̀kun. The man that they said, no, it's not only that he's been indicted for influencing judges and judgment, for bribing judges to buy judgment. He's been indicted. He's been banned on few forums, but he is a champion. He knows how to, that's what Mary Odili said. Yeah, Ironi Peku knows how to win case. He knows how to win election cases. And all of that have already been exposed, how they do it and all of that. I don't want to take you into that too. So when they removed the Abba guy, he said he's going to the Supreme Court. And his first statement before what happened today happened. Because the moment people saw that, hang on, when they removed him, listen to this.
The Governorship Election Tribunal issued a remote judgment purporting to cancel the mandate given to us by the good people of Kano State. We assembled a team of lawyers that filed appeals and requested the appellate court to set aside the judgment of the tribunal for lacking in merit. Unfortunately, the Court of Appeal has today delivered another miscarriage of justice on the flimsy ground that the APC is contesting my membership of the NNPP, despite the overwhelming evidence presented before the courts about the genuineness of my membership. I want to inform the good people of Kano State, and indeed all well-meaning Nigerians, that based on the consensus of our stakeholders, we have instructed our lawyers to commence the process of appealing this judgment at the Supreme Court of Nigeria. We are optimistic that the Supreme Court will, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, set aside these miscarriages of justice by the tribunal and the appeal court and reaffirm our mandate given to us by the good people of Kano State. I therefore want to urge all the good people of Kano State to continue to go about their legitimate businesses unimpeded, as government has taken all necessary measures to ensure the security of lives and properties in the state. I want to assure you that this temporary setback will not deter us from continuing with all our projects and programs targeted at restoring the lost glory of our state. We shall continue to roll out more projects and programs to better the lots of the good people of our state. Fellow
The more you look, the less you see.
Abba. Abba, Abba. That was 4 days ago. So today, when the copy of that judgment came out, they just gave themselves out. You know what I mean? Like they gave themselves out to everyone like Abba, Nigeria judiciary. You will remove somebody where the same judiciary said, it is none of your business. That's what they told Atiku and then Obio. When they challenged the nomination of a shitty man, presented all the evidence and everything. The court said it is not Obi and Atiku's business how APC nominated their candidates. And there are already judgments in that regard that political party and if you are not a member of political party, you cannot change. You cannot challenge them. How somebody becomes a candidate. But they are removing those they believe that we cannot let that go like that too, because they have the power to. They are the ones who will decide where opposition should be. If they don't want opposition there, they don't want none. Go to court. So people now realize that is it shocking? Is it by any means shocking to any of you that the person who is creating the problems that is about to consume Kano now has been nominated for the Supreme Court bench? I told you that's how they compensate them. Go and look at all of the people nominated for to the Supreme Court. Go and look at all the names of all of the governorship tribunals, all the tribunals, appeal courts. Go and look at all of them right now, and go and take a look at the list of those who are going to Supreme Court. It is a payback time for them. But will they be able to enjoy whatever they are going to get from this malady? Would they be able to enjoy? I'm just asking. More go to Kano. The moment people saw the evidence that the compromised judiciary is confused. How could the judiciary be so confused? In their own judgment that they wrote themselves. They wrote it themselves. Except somebody wrote it for them. Let's go to the street of Kano. At first, they started peacefully. Peacefully. I told you. Then it got to this.
this morning, the concerned citizens of Kano arranged a peaceful prayer session in the Mahaha field. Unfortunately, after the peaceful session, the Nigerian police come and open fire on us. This is open day robbery. The Kano mandate has been stolen by the APC. The APC are trying to turn the Nigerian political system into one-party system. This will never be accepted, and we are calling on the masses to start bringing us food, water, and other supplies. We will not leave this place. We are going to die here. We are going to sleep here. We will not move. We will keep staying here until the justice prevails. Our appeal has been already submitted to the Supreme Court, and these people are calling numerously on the issues to defend APC. APC is a fraud. APC is a one-party system. We are here to die for Abba. Abba is the governor we elected. We are here to die. It's either police to kill us or go and kill Ganduje. Ganduje is the culprit behind all this, what is happening in Kano. Enough is enough. We cannot continue this way. Enough is enough.
That's from Kano. People should bring us food. People should bring us water. We will die here. We are not living here. Even though they'll go home. Sure you get. Police are shooting at us. Why are they shooting at us? Because Gandola is now the chairman of APC. National chairman of APC. Egbekegbe. Al-Qaeda People's Congress. Alimajiri People's Congress. From Kano. I told you it started gradually and gradually and gradually. Get to that. We die here today. We die here today. Then to this one. And to this. At some point, yeah, he also got to this. We are not going anywhere. Even though their leaders will eventually tell them to go and wait for the Supreme Court. Everything is in the Supreme Court. Supreme Court will rule. So the day Supreme Court is going to deliver the judgment in Abuja, and the Supreme Court says it is APC, Gawuna, and these people who knows that that's it again. They've done it again. They've taken it from them again. So you probably would need to wait and see what the reaction would be. Or maybe these ones are not going to even wait for Supreme Court at all. A lot of guessing and all that. Abi? When they were done.
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. recruit 50 million youths into the army and the other thing. Take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, àgbàdo, corn in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand as consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps. We create our food. I mean, that's money for the farmers. That's consumption for the soldiers and skill development. Don't call them illiterate. Don't talk about illiteracy. Anybody who can own gun, who can handle gun, who can cock gun and clean the chamber and cock and shoot is technically competent to repair a tractor in the farm.
Ah, God, why do you brought me to this Nigeria? What is my sin? Kí lẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mi gangan? Kí ni ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mi tó fi dá mi sí Nàìjíríà yìí?